Mike, outside of a few more threes falling, assuming you're pretty happy with offensive operations.
So. I think we could be much better. I don't think we did a good job of sometimes recognizing what was there. They were flipping back and forth between zone and man, and we had that part figured out. I just don't think we took advantage of some angles and spots to get people to, but it's better than it was. So I guess that's the first good step. But I just thought that, the start of the fourth quarter, our offense got stagnant again. And, it would obviously help if we make some of those threes. That would be, that would change it. But we could get some better shots too, I thought.
What was the conversation early after that 12-0 start? Did you guys bounce back?
Not much of a conversation, like calm the hell down. We start the game and we leave their best player, one of their two best players, wide open on the opening tip because we got two people guarding somebody else and not talking. And they make a three to start the game. Sabrina makes a three, and then we come down and give up another three, wide open. And, all of a sudden, you're scrambling a little bit. But I thought that when we came to the timeout, we were calm. At least the players were reasonably calm. I wasn't necessarily walking into the huddle, but I just, the good thing about this team is that we're pretty resilient about that. And, we all know that big leads early a lot of times don't last. And if you just keep digging yourself back, you can be okay. And by 2 minutes into the second quarter, we were fine. So.
This is when you guys take a little break down.
Yeah, we're going to have 3 days off, and including today, we'll count it as 3.5 days off. So, it's at a really good time for us. We didn't get much of a break at All-Star. We played a real tough schedule before All-Star, and we had road games before and after All-Star break. So now we can take some time, then starting next week, we can have some practices that are about us and work on stuff we need to work on and not about an opponent necessarily.
Coach, I asked you about Myisha pregame, so I'll ask you again about her. Obviously didn't shoot the lights out, but how do you evaluate kind of her contributions or how she helped you guys win today?
Well, I thought our whole bench, and she was, a big part of that, but I thought, our whole bench was good today. She rebounded. I don't know what she ended up with, 8 maybe. But we put her in a ball handling situation a couple times against their big lineup and let her create for some others. She's doing what we need her to do right now off the bench, and it's a somewhat tough position in sometimes, but I think as we've gone the last couple of weeks, it's become more of a good rhythm for her. And she knows that I'll end up at some point in the game playing her and Elena together and not just subbing for each other.
Just the minutes, Shakira not playing as much, was that just, to give Myisha more run?
It was to give her more run. And I thought Elizabeth was playing really well. And, Shakira just didn't get off to a great start today. I guess we'll attribute to not being a morning person. But other people were playing well, and I thought the matchups were better. And so I'm not concerned about their egos right now about who plays, who doesn't play. My job is to figure out what group should be on the court.
Last thing, just one other bench player to talk about, Shatori with her team high 5 assists, 6 points, couple charges drawn, I think.
Yep. I mean, that's what she's been doing. We didn't get her any points in the second half, but her defense has been really, really good. She draws charges, all those things. Every night we can count on her coming up with a steal or a defensive play, a deflection, something that, can get us going a little bit defensively. And I thought she did that again today.
I don't know if this is on or not. Yeah, it is. I asked you before about the whole camp day thing before the game. It was electric out there the entire time. They're banging those things, going nuts. Just after experiencing it, how cool was that to see, all the kids out there just going crazy?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great atmosphere. I mean, even, from the starting lineups when, the lights went off and you got the oohs and ahs about that, they love the video introductions. They love all of that. And, they knew how to cheer at the right times. If they learned to boo the officials at the right times, we would have a complete game. But no, it was a good atmosphere today. It was fun.
All right, Coach, we'll head over to Zoom.
Oh, no, we're not done. We got a question going.
Oh, gotcha. No worries.
Just, after seeing the whole atmosphere and everything, I know I asked you what it was all about, but, just kind of going back to that question about how important it is to have these things where these kids come out and get to see this. How important is that?
I mean, I think it's a big deal. I mean, obviously, like I said before the game, I'm hoping that a whole bunch of those kids had a great experience and want to come back. Go home and tell their parents, hey, this was fun. We need to go. Our marketing people and ticket sales people will be contacting a lot of those groups that came and see what we can do for the future. Yep.
Kind of pregame, we talked about how you held into maybe that 70, 74 range. Tonight it was 69. What did you like from the defense?
The same thing that we've been doing for most of the season. We made it tough for them. I mean, we hold them to 30% from three. The only person that really got going a little bit inside was Natasha Howard early, and she got one bucket late. But, we go from giving up 27 to her to 17 today, and their guards had to work like crazy just to get good looks at the basket. And that's our goal, is to make, life tough. And I thought, for the most part, we made it tough for them.
5 good games in a row, 4 really good games in a row for Elena. Is this the best you felt about where she is this season? And again,
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, she's gotten, a balance of rest and work. It helps us that we've been able to be home this past, week to get, kind of settled a little bit. We'll have some good practice days. I don't know yet that she's going to go to Dallas with. We may save it for, the Seattle series. We're going to talk about that at the start of the week. But, she's in a good rhythm. She's going to play most of the games the rest of the way. And I think she feels good about where she is too. All right, now we can do Zoom.
We'll start with Rafiq.
This is Rafiq with nothing but that sports talk. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
You were able to take advantage of a New York Liberty team that's been turnover prone and had 4 straight losses, now 5 straight losses coming in. What was the mindset going into the game?
We need to win. I mean, I said to our team before the game, we can talk about playing for championships and making playoffs and doing all this stuff, but this is a team that we hadn't beat. Obviously we weren't at full strength before, but they weren't either. And now this was a kind of a put up or shut up kind of game in some ways. You think you're better than this team, then you have to come out and play like it. And, our start didn't encourage us in that regard, but I think that, the defensive part of it was consistent, from our other 2 games, but you have to play better. And we did.
What was the preparation going into an 11 o'clock in the morning game?
No different preparation than we've been doing. I mean, we practice at 11:30 or 11 in the morning most of the days that we are home. So our time zone our body clock should have been good today. It's a little different, coming in doing your warm up at 9:30 or 10 o'clock. But in general, it's the same for both teams. So get ready to play.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck.
Yep.
Last question to Nathan.
Hey, Coach. Great win today, sir.
Thank you.
Just you talked about we get a well-deserved break with the Commissioner's Cup. How are you going to use that break to prepare for Dallas?
We're not specifically preparing for Dallas until next Wednesday. We're going to give them 3 days off, and then Monday and Tuesday will be practices that are kind of back to basics for us. I think that the way you stay sharp is to practice good habits and try to maintain those things. And so, we'll try to keep, harping at the things that we find most important at both ends of the court. Ball movement on offense and good screening and getting a lot of shooting reps. We obviously need some 3-point shooting reps after today. But defensively, just to keep doing the things that we're doing. And one of the things that, today was good is that we've been really harping on our team about being a great defensive rebounding team, and we're in the top couple in the league. We might be first now in defensive rebound percentage. And we held them to 4 offensive rebounds today, which is really a big stat for us.
And then this was the first game for the Mystics in the Capital One Arena in a couple years. How did it feel to play there today?
I mean, it was good. We're used to the other place now, but the atmosphere was good today. With the kids' day, it made it a different kind of feeling than we've had maybe some other nights. But it was fun.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Yep. All right.
Thanks, Coach.
See you all next week.
First of all, Elena, I want to ask you this. I actually asked Myisha this before the game. At this point of the year, you're about to have a little break. You're about to hit this last stretch. Do you allow yourself to look at the standings a little bit and see where you guys are and see what you need to do to kind of get in position where you want to be and, by the end of this month?
I don't know about anyone else. I haven't even looked. Like, my only focus is the next game and winning it. And if we can control that, then the standings will be whatever they are. So that's kind of how I look at it.
What was the conversation after that 12-0 run? You guys obviously wasn't the best start, but you guys bounced back pretty easily.
When E and you were subbing in, I looked at E and I was like, just do better.
Yeah.
Just do better than that. Obviously that's not how you ever want to start a game, but to be able to fight back and get it back pretty quickly was huge. And our bench picked us up and we certainly needed it at that point.
And just one last one for me, this will be Myisha. Mike said, this was a game where you guys, talked about being better than the Liberty, but you got to kind of come out and show it. Yeah. Was that actively in your brains or kind of what was just the thought process kind of coming in and knowing, this is the last time you guys see them and you dropped the first two?
Like I said, we dropped the first two. So we know that they're like a great basketball team. Losing, to them two times already, we had to win one, so for us it was like focusing on ourselves. Once we were able to lock in on the defensive side and get out in transition, it's a lot easier for us to play because we can get anything, I feel like, on the offensive end if we're composed. So yeah, I think it was more so just focusing on us, but we knowing that they're a great basketball team. They have a lot of great players on that team over there that are capable of doing a lot of good things. So for us, it was just locking in defensively.
Hey, Elena and Myisha, you both have been teammates for several seasons now, but there haven't been too many opportunities for you both to be on the court. And tonight, or this afternoon, morning, you guys saw a lot of minutes together out there. What was it like playing with each other, and then Myisha having one of your better performances the past month?
I mean, it's cool playing with an MVP like E. I'm still learning. No, we're gonna go with learning. I'm still learning when to set screens for her, so she can get that mismatch and just playing off of her. And I think that goes for all our post players though. But just knowing that you're playing with an MVP, sometimes you just want to get out her way. I feel like sometimes I'm in the way. So just playing off of her, getting better with that. But I mean, it's awesome to play with her. Great player.
It's fun playing together. I felt like in the second half, it was almost like taking turns, like you go, I'll go, whoever had the mismatch, we were just trying to attack it. And hopefully we'll continue to see, that lineup with us in. I think it creates a lot of problems for other people's defenses.
Should I still use? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this mic thing's kind of different. Fancy room and we have
I know.
Everybody's
echoing. We're learning too.
Just fine.
This is
Yeah.
Why do we need this? Yeah, it's
a weird day.
Marina's doing that different.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to ask you both about Shatori. Earlier in the week, Coach T was saying that she should be considered for Sixth Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And then she comes out today, 6 points, 5 boards, couple charges taken. Just your thoughts on that Sixth Player consideration and what she did today?
Absolutely. She's been so good for us all season. And especially right now, she's just playing so well. She's hitting shots when she needs to. Her defense is incredible. She really causes issues for the other team. She can pressure people. She's great in help where she can get steals. So she's doing everything for us. So I definitely believe she should be Sixth Woman of the Year.
Facts. I mean, yeah.
And then just
to work for six women of the year. Get the shirts made.
Yep.
I'm sure you can talk to Tosh, the campaign manager.
Oh, you're
about that
right.
one.
We should work with her. She's pretty good at it.
And then just wanted to ask one more thing, and sorry for the hard pivot here, but there was a new mural in Georgetown of Brittany Griner. Just curious if you guys have heard much about it or have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, a few of our teammates made it over and even helped with the mural. At some point, I'm gonna go over and see it, and we just have to continue to speak about Brittany and pray and talk and hope for her return home to her family.
First question for Elena, 25 tonight or this morning.
This game's got everybody in the headline. Everybody.
Just what you're just looking good. You're looking in a groove and a rhythm. Just what's been working for you as you have these stretches of good games.
Yeah, I feel like everything is kind of going how the plan has been set out, of like me now after the All-Star break being able to play more games, continuing on the path I've been on, but that path like gets me stronger and gets me in a good rhythm. And I talk about being calibrated.
Yeah.
Feeling like I have my legs
under
me. So it feels great to just be in more games, especially, and getting more looks with my teammates. That's crucial.
And then for Myisha, the resiliency coach was talking about, they start and throw the first punch 12-0 and you come out and respond. Just what does that say about the Mystics? How it just seemed like you're always in the games and that defense that kind of carried you on.
Yeah. That we're never going to give up. And it's going to start on the defensive side. I think we preach that, like, we're a great defensive team and our offense will flow. We're going to start clicking soon with that. But for the most part, it's our defense. And I think a lot of teams know, like, we have, I think, the best defenders for guards, like by far in the league. So I think it just starts with that, and knowing that we're never going to give up, no matter what the score is, no matter how much time's on the clock. It does not matter.
Yeah, in the back. Sorry, too far from the mic, but
we don't need it.
You guys were playing at Capital One Arena. It was camp day. There was kids out there just banging the inflatable, getting loud. Just how cool of an experience was that to play in front of them? And how important are days like this for kids to come out and watch you guys play?
It was great. We said we got to bring the kids out every game. They were so great. They're energetic. They brought noise, which is really good to practice, because that's what playoff atmosphere is like, where you can't really hear each other at times and have to figure out ways to keep communicating. And then, I mean, this is why we play this game, to inspire the young ones coming up. It's why we're playing now, because at some point we were inspired as kids. So it's a big day and we love it.
All right, yeah, we'll head over to Zoom. We'll start with Christos.
Hello, ladies. Congratulations on the win, first of all. Myisha, you forced today the Liberty 15 turnovers. A lot of aggressiveness on the defensive end for you as a team. What kind of progress you see on the defensive end for you as a team overall?
I feel like we get better every single time we step on the court. We're getting more locked in to the scout, knowing what a player wants, and we try to take that away. I think once we're locked in on the scout, then it's great. Like, we're able to get stops and run.
Thank you very much. And for you, Elena, another great performance today, especially in the last 5 game stretch. You have more than 19 points in the last 5 game stretch. This season, and especially at this stage of the season, are you enjoy to play ball again?
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm thrilled to be healthy again and be out there with my teammates. And I think we're starting to get into a flow with one another. So it's been a lot of fun.
Thank you very much. Keep up.
Rafiq?
Yeah, Myisha Hines-Allen, the team actually outscored the New York Liberty about like 43-28 within the span of the second and third quarter. What are your thoughts on the way this team was able to turn things around?
Again, with defense.
11 in the third.
Yeah. With defense, that's our big thing. That's our identity, is playing hard on the defensive end, getting stops, and executing on the offensive side.
Elliot,
energy too, and energy. Start playing with a lot more energy and pace.
And you, Ellie, how you plan to get ready for the next game against the Dallas Wings during this 3 days rest?
It's great. We get a little bit of rest, but continue to, do some of my one-on-one stuff of lifting and court work, and then we'll get a good rest, let the team kind of come back and get back to practice. So it's a big stretch for us coming up, and we got to just continue to get better.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck.
We'll take our last question from Nathan.
Elena?
Yeah.
You shouldn't answer it. You should be like, ooh, who are you talking to? Oh, that's it?
Oh,
thank you
wow.
guys.
So we got
Y'all can have it, we can just chop it up, y'all.
All right, yeah. Well, that looks like that's it for today. Appreciate you joining. We'll send out some post-game information a little bit here. Thank you very much.